So it's been a while since I've posted a video, even though I'm very well aware of the fact that having a personal brand, a place where I can show my authority by genuinely providing value to people first, can be one of the biggest assets I ever built in my life. Like, I have this small niche audience, a small following, and surprisingly, it has opened so many different avenues. And no, I'm not here to sell a course or sell my services on personal branding. I don't have anything to sell you related to that. And I could not understand any single reason why in the past couple of days I've not been posting videos. It sometimes happens, right? This exactly has to be done. The thing in front of you, how valuable it is. I know this can open like unlimited doors for me. The crazy business partnership opportunities I built, I got it through my YouTube channel. I always say Shad Khan is one of those people who has changed my life the most. When he told me the importance, the significance of cold outreach, I was literally an idiot at that point of time. And he came to me, he opened my eyes. And I reached a point where he was like, bro, do you want to partner up on this project? And that door would not have opened if I did not have YouTube. I found like a agency owner who has worked with companies like Amazon, one of the biggest agencies. They saw my content on YouTube and then they booked a call with me. All these big people, like I found them to this. Today I put out a job application because I was hiring like sales reps for my company. Basically people who can go on sales calls on my behalf and they can close the deals and everything. And these people, I solely posted it on LinkedIn groups, on YouTube community post. I posted it on Instagram stories and maybe on Twitter. These are the 4 places where I posted it. And I got pretty good quality applicants. People who have been endorsed by people like Sahil Kasana. If you did not know, has a agency which does like what, 60,000, 70, $80,000 a month. I'm not sure, like last time when I spoke to him, he was doing around $70,000 a month around a year ago. Now probably even more. So all these venues, all these opportunities opened up for me through this thing called YouTube, through this thing called just picking up the fucking phone and sharing whatever I've learned on the internet. I was speaking to Sharrington yesterday, the guy, like the pretty popular guy. If you don't know who he is, if you live under a rock or something, he blew up out of nowhere, getting like millions of views, hundreds and thousands of views. He blew up, literally went viral in a span of couple of months. And I asked him, he created his new product called the Tribe Ultra. And I asked him, bro, like, why did you keep it as a single pricing? Like, why don't you charge every single month for the same? Why do you charge only once? And his answer was like, Soman, bro, my audience cannot afford that. The audience which I have, it's not conducive to selling something like that. And I'm not saying this to shit on him or something. I just looked at my audience and I was like, damn, bro, I'm fucking grateful for this. Because I can sell a product 10 times more expensive than that. And the price is not a one-time price. It's a monthly recurring price. And people literally send me messages. They're glad I created this fucking product. So I was looking at this thing, this fucking valuable thing, this asset which is called my personal brand, which I built out, which has opened up so many avenues, opportunities for me. And I never had the problem of posting consistently. Like, sure, I wanted to be on YouTube since 2013 or 14. I still think so. Like, I found a channel one day where I used to post my content like as a kid. I was literally teaching people how to download movies from uTorrent, like the pirated cracked website. And I still have that video public on my channel if I'm not wrong. So I was like, I had the dream since then, like a very long period of time. I wanted to post content, I want to put my face out there and just share whatever I'm doing. Because I remember, like, when I look back now, 3-4 years ago, when I was fat, depressed, suicidal, like on the worst position of my life ever, I wish I had just more pictures of that time. I have zero pictures of me being fat. because I was so ashamed of myself that I never documented it. So that's the only regret I have, and it's just the long term thing. I want to document each and every single phase of my life. I want to look back at this video 10 years from now and be like, damn, bro, I was a fucking idiot. What was I thinking at that time? And that's just a sign of growth. So I wish I had this. I know this is important. So, like, long story short, I'm getting way too jumbled up in my own stories. So, I always had the intent, the desire to take this thing seriously. And sure, I maybe did not have the balls, the guts, the courage to start posting. I still am extremely conscious of filming in public, of what people will think of me, people around me who watch this and everything. I'm still conscious about that, but I never had the problem of posting consistently. You know, a lot of people, they have to sit down, they have to brainstorm, they have to think what exactly they're gonna say, then they have to edit it out. I never had that problem. I could just pick up a camera and I can speak for like hours. I can film like 10 different videos right now in like the next 5 hours, and it won't even break a sweat. Like literally nothing, easy, effortless. Because I don't know, like I've spoken a lot, so now it just comes off easily. And I never had the issue that I have to think, I have to script or something. I never script my videos. I never go and try to look for viral video ideas or topics. I just speak about whatever I learn. But since the past couple of days, I've not been able to post content. And that's not the main thing. One lesson which I had learned a while ago, almost a year ago, it became evident to me like, yeah, bro, like, you know, sometimes you know something. You know you're not supposed to do XYZ thing. But until unless you have a real life experience which proves the point you were not supposed to do it, until unless you fall on your fucking face and you fucking learn from the mistake, you don't realize it yet, right? So that's the thing which was basically happening. I knew about that lesson, but I never applied it. And to break the suspense, like Andrew Tate was once speaking about this in a podcast of his, where he said Netflix over a long enough period of time is going to lose to content creators. It's going to lose to platforms like YouTube. Because in order to create like a blockbuster film, which people can watch for an hour, they have to invest like hundreds and millions of dollars. They have to hire these actors. It takes like months to produce, maybe even years. If I'm not wrong, the Rocky cutscene, like the cutscene of that boxing movie, the legendary movie Rocky, I think it took like 3 to 5 years to film. And it was like a couple minutes long. So the amount of effort which is required to create that, it's enormous. And sure, the quality might be over here. You put in this much effort, you get in this quality. But in terms of the overall entertainment or the overall contentment, the satisfaction which people get from watching content, it might be around here. Movies and everything is here. But content might be here. But the cool part is the effort which is required to produce that thing. It's over here. Andrew Tate was giving the example, the analogy that his girlfriend fucking binged an entire series in a day. And it took like months and hundreds and millions of dollars to produce. And he could just sit there on a live stream, just with a fucking cup of coffee in his hand, and he can speak about shit which was going on without any preparation, without doing anything, without any resources, using his fucking smartphone. And he can obviously not produce that level of content, but he can garner attention. And the point he was basically stressing is not that you should produce shit. He was basically saying that over a long enough period of time, the most efficient thing, it always wins. And this is a lesson which I needed to learn. So I have a camera, professional camera and everything. But the thing is, it does not connect directly to my MacBook. It does. But the quality is extremely poor after that. You know, if you try to connect it using the USB cable and everything. And this mic which I have over here, which I use for filming, it does not connect directly to the camera. So what I now have to do, like let's say I have to film, I have to get my camera from there, from outside my room. I don't keep it in my room because it's just another object. I have to get a fucking tripod. I have to mount the camera on the tripod. Then I have to, like, I'll just turn on the fan, bro. Like, it's fucking hot now. Yeah. So once I brought in the tripod and the camera and everything, I mounted it. I have to insert the memory card. After that, I have to delete the videos which I had recorded previously. Then I need to open Loom on my laptop. Then I need to find this USB connector because Mac does not support USB directly. Then I have to plug this thing in inside the laptop. I have to connect the mic to the USB and then record a video on Loom, like screen record and use my audio. Then after I'm done recording, I have to switch off the camera. Then I have to turn off the recording in Loom. Then I have to get out the SD card from the camera. I have to unmount the camera from the tripod. I have to put the tripod in that room. I have to put the camera back where I took it out from. Then I have to take this card reader. I have to disconnect the mic. Then I have to put in the SD card inside the reader. Then I have to open up an editing software called DaVinci Resolve. Then I have to import the video file. Then I have to import the audio file, which I have to download first from Loom because I recorded it over there. Then I have to synchronize it, like obviously the software does it. But then I have to synchronize it. I don't have to do editing because I don't have any cuts or something. So that's a good thing, but still a lot of effort, a lot of hassle. After that, I have to export it. After that, I have to upload it on YouTube. You see how many steps are there. Surprisingly, the period of life where I was producing the most amount of content ever was when I connected, like in iPhone, there's an option called continuity camera, which is basically you can convert your phone into a wireless webcam. So it directly acts as a webcam on Mac. So I used to just connect my phone to the laptop wirelessly. I used to place it anywhere where I could get like a decent view. And the mic was connected directly as well. And basically, yeah, so the mic was connected, the phone was connected, so video audio was sorted. And the file was saved locally on my computer. So it was not like I had to download it. And all I needed to do was once the recording was done, just upload it on YouTube. And that's the time, like surprisingly, like no fucking surprise, right? I posted the most amount of content ever in my life. Most consistently, every single day a fucking piece of content was posted. It was just posted. And that's the thing called efficiency. Another example, like I want to give you so many examples so that you see the broader picture and you like understand the concept and apply it in your fucking life. So WhatsApp is something which I absolutely love. It's my favorite source of getting customers, of reaching out to people, because it is extremely affordable. Like it does not require, like, bro, let's compare two things randomly. Let's say email outreach and WhatsApp outreach. In order to get an email outreach machine set up, you have, like, let's say we want to send out 1,000 messages a day, simplicity purposes. You want to reach out to 1,000 people. If we want to do that using emails, we need around 20 domains. Yeah, approximately 20 domains, because we'll be sending out 50 messages per 50 emails per domain. So 20 professional domains. So just multiply the cost, around $200 a year. So $200 upfront investment. Then you need like an email marketing software, but I don't consider that, because in WhatsApp also you need my platform SalesGen. In email also you need my platform SalesGen. So let's say that is the same, but ideally WhatsApp marketing softwares are much cheaper than email marketing platforms. After that, you need to buy like an email warm-up service. In SalesGen we have it for free, but if you like, I'm assuming you're not using SalesGen, my platform, so then you have to pay like $50 a month extra for that. Then you have to get all of the complicated shit set up, like SPF records, DKIM records, DMARC records. If you don't know what it is, basically a lot of complicated shit which you need to set up. After that, you need to create like email accounts. Basically, you have to pay Google approximately $2 to $5 for every single mailbox you use. And you need 3 mailboxes per domain. So 20 times 3 is 60. 60 times 5 is $300 a month. So $500 upfront investment already gone, not including the software costs. Sorry, $550, because you have to get it warmed up as well. And initially you cannot even send like 1,000 messages. You start with like 50 to 60. And then after like 1 to 3 months, you take it up to 1,000. And the open rates are like 20%. In WhatsApp, the open rates are 98%. Like tell me one fucking place where you get like 98% open rates. There's no spam filter. You get it delivered straight to the freaking inbox. And people actually reply. I absolutely love WhatsApp marketing. The pricing is extremely affordable. Like if you use SalesGen, you need $10 a month for WhatsApp. And after that, you need like an international phone number. You can use your own phone number as well, so I'll consider that free. Or otherwise, if you want to buy an international SIM from our platform, it's $2 a month extra, so $12 a month. And after that, just the per message sending price, which you also have to incur in email, no matter what software you use. So it's so much more affordable. Anyway, so in WhatsApp marketing, like I just wanted to get it in your head that WhatsApp marketing is great. There are two things which you can do. Either you can use like the normal WhatsApp which you use on your phone to contact with like your fucking mother, like the exact WhatsApp you use to speak to your friends and your family. You can use that as well to reach out to people. But the issue with that is like initially it's fine, but I've been doing it for so many months and I have three numbers, two from India and one from UK, which I'm currently using from this exact location. So probably Meta has been tracking my IP address and it's thinking, bro, this idiot is sending like way too many messages. And that's the reason my my WhatsApps were getting banned a lot. So for example, I also have this Android phone which I use just to send out like WhatsApp. And you can see, so my WhatsApp has been banned. It does get unbanned after like 5 to 6 hours. But that's the point I was conveying. So until 2 days ago, I was using like the normal WhatsApp. I like had three numbers. And according to WhatsApp, you can send 1,000 messages per WhatsApp business account. I've never tried that. You definitely will be banned, but around 100 to 200 messages you can safely send if the number is a bit old. So I had been sending out these messages, I had been reaching out to people, but then it would get banned and I had to wait like hours to get it unbanned. So let's say I was reaching out to people in Canada. The messages would start going around 10:30, 11 in my time, like 11 in the night, because it was morning over there. I think Canada is 13 or 14 hours ahead of India. So the messages would go out. In 1 hour, it would get banned. So at around 12. And for the next entire period where the people in Canada are actually alive, they're freaking breathing air, it would be banned. So no messages were being sent out. Then I would wake up the next morning when the entire nation of Canada was asleep, and then I'll unban it. And then another next day, 10 messages would go out, and then it will be banned again. And you know, I don't know about you, but I'm a fucking lazy person. I'm a lazy dude, man. And what used to happen is sometimes I just did not even apply for an unban. And a couple of days used to pass when I did not even reach out to new people. I was like, bro, like the revenue right now is pretty dope. And that significantly impacted the amount of money I was making because I was not welcoming in new business. And you see how fatal this thing might be. How freaking fatal it is. I was literally killing the entire thing, which built up this beautiful life which I have, only because it was kind of annoying. The entire process of reaching out to leads was not convenient enough. I'll give you another example. There was a scraper which works absolutely fantastically. Grow Me Organic is a platform which allows you to scrape unlimited LinkedIn profiles. But it does not work when your laptop is shut down and it always requires an open active tab to be running. And I have the subscription, I pay them like $100 every single month. But then the issue arose. I don't want my laptop to be open. And there's another service where you can get like the stuff scraped, like LinkedIn, everything scraped within seconds because they use their own proxy servers. And I switched to it. And this month I probably won't renew the subscription because it's not serving me, it's not helping me out. If I'm being like really honest, it's not actually assisting me. So that's the thing. It's great. Everything works exactly as advertised. They did not mislead me. It's perfect. Like there's no other platform which offers unlimited LinkedIn scraping. But then again, the issue arises. It's just not fast enough. I was looking at this is a common thing which I'm noticing in all the biggest billion-dollar companies. They focus so much on efficiency of making the entire experience as effortless as possible. Like my battery is low, so I'll just put my phone on charging. Yep. For example, I was recently looking at places like properties across the globe to rent out for a month to go and stay over there. And I tried various sites like Agoda, I tried booking.com. Is there any other website? So yeah, basically these two. Booking.com, Agoda. And you know the website where I always ended up at was Airbnb. And no matter which website I tried, Airbnb always was the easiest. It was always the best. And it was not because they offered me cheaper prices or something. Airbnb is more expensive. If I wanted the cheapest accommodation, this is what I would do. I would go to local fucking Facebook groups. That's what all travelers will tell you. But that's not efficient enough for me. And I'm like, bro, I'd rather pay the extra money than to get rid of this hassle. I don't want to deal with the owners. I want to be like, okay, bro, I pay fucking Airbnb this money and I go over there and I check in. I don't have to take care of anything after that. Another thing, like Airbnb is more successful than all of these companies. And that's because they focus so much on efficiency of making the entire experience as effortless and just not adding shit, to put it out simply. That's what Airbnb, like that's why Airbnb is great. Notion, another example. I was reading about the founder yesterday, and there was a time, I think in 2018 or 2015, not sure, when Notion almost lost, like they lost all the investors. They shut down their office in like California, like San Francisco, if I'm not wrong. And then the founder, he moved back to Japan. And over there, he used Japanese philosophies to focus on minimalism and everything. Where he wanted Notion to be effortless and easy as possible. That's the thing I'm working on for SailGen as well. A lot of people get overwhelmed by SailGen, my platform, because it's way too complex. It has so many features, which is great for someone who understands it. I know all the features, so it's great for me. But someone who has never even tried marketing, who is starting from scratch, he knows jack shit, bro. It's difficult for him. The platforms which I use the most, I just looked at them. And I'm like, bro, they're simple as fuck. Google Workspace is easy. Like, there's a reason I don't use Zoom. I use Google Meet. Because I found the Google ecosystem easier. Who cares, like Microsoft, Outlook or MS Office might be easier, whatever. Or cheaper. I just like Google, man. Because it's simple, it integrates everywhere. I don't care if S24 Ultra, the Samsung phone, has a couple extra features. It does not have AirDrop. And that ease of connection, like the feature I was speaking about earlier, the iPhone acts as a webcam directly on MacBook. So if I want a high quality camera for a webcam, I don't need to buy like a webcam or connect shit with like phones, like cables and shit. I just put on the phone over here and wirelessly it's connected and I can use it and it's effortless. Small things I was noticing. For example, if I switch off the airplane mode on Windows, it takes like some delay to turn on flight mode. And when I turn it off, it again has a delay between me pressing the button and me switching off flight mode on Android. But on iOS, I press one button and the flight mode has been turned off instantly. So these small things which I was noticing, like Apple is, I think, the biggest company in the entire world, the highest valued company. All of these companies, just look at it. They focus on simplicity. In the Delhi airport, the Terminal 3 airport, I remember I went there after a while, and there's this new thing which Ola and Uber, which are basically popular car taxi companies. You all know what Ola and Uber is. Like basically taxi services companies. What used to happen is you used to book a fucking cab, then you had to wait on these random taxi bays, these random places on the airport, and then you have to go constantly back and forth with the person. So Ola and Uber, they bought a fucking building or rented it out, leased it out, and they created a booth where all the cabs would enter. So people leave the airport, and 50 meters from the exit of the airport, there's this building where all the cabs of Ola and Uber are parked. You enter the building. If you have Ola, you go to the right. If you have Uber, you go to the left. And it just made everything easy. Uber is again probably $1 billion company. It's popular all across the globe. And they focus on efficiency. You know, everyone says Alex Hormozi value equation. Everyone says dream outcome multiplied by perceived likelihood of achievement and everything, followed by effort and sacrifice, all of that stuff. You know the value equation, you've read 100 million offers. Everyone, Alex Hormozi said it himself in his own words, everyone focuses on trying to make the offer which they have. They try to increase the dream outcome. They want to promise more and more stuff to people. But very few people actually are like, bro, how can I make this easy and effortless? And if you make the things that you want to attain in your life easy and effortless. There's no way you don't achieve it. For example, like Hamza spoke of this perfectly. He sent an email yesterday. If you've not been subscribed to his emails, he sends out pretty good emails like Hamza Ahmed. And he sent out an email to me yesterday where he was like, bro, everyone gives me the advice. Like I see so many reels of people who are popping off and they have these fancy reels where they're kind of like cinematic. They have these background music, sound effects, the B-roll, the cinematic shots, everything. The day in the life type of videos. And I fell for it too. I was like, bro, if I create this high quality, high intentional content, then my chances of going viral, it increases. And he was like, yeah, sure, fucking common sense. If you put in more efforts, there's a higher chance you go viral on Instagram and everything. But then he said something which made perfect sense. He was like, I know if I create that type of content, I can go viral, I'll get more views in the short term. But over a long enough period of time, can I sustain it? Probably not. I asked myself, can I sustain me filming those videos when I'm like 47 years old and I have like 12 kids? Of course not. How can I possibly sustain that? Imagine me going to meet my son or something, or going on like a business meeting because I'm starting my own hotel chain or something. And I'm like, hey bro, like, can I just film it out for you? Like, just can I film it out for Instagram? Probably not, man. And then it hit me. People always ask me, how are you so consistent when you don't get views and shit? Like, firstly, I never cared about it. And when I say it, I truly mean it, man. A lot of people say it just for the sake of it. I truly don't give a shit. And I just had one answer. It's fucking easy. I can speak on camera for hours. Like, this does not feel like work to me. But if I had to have like a cinematic video where I put the phone down and up and everything, it would have been so difficult. And I'm sure you got more value out of this video than a video of me appearing pretty and everything, where I'm like putting the camera down on this angle, that angle. Hamza said he realized that sure, those types of reels, they perform very well. He had reels which got like millions of views, where he was showing off his lifestyle and this high quality editing, everything. But then he realized the types of reels which he can genuinely create till the day he dies are the ones where he's picking up his phone, someone asks him a question, and he's just answering them. And sure, like, that might get half the number of views, but that allows him to post like 5 times more content. So, in a weird way, that is still 2.5 times better than posting a perfect reels, 5 times less. If it makes sense, like simple math. If I post a reel of me just speaking to a camera, which takes me like 1 minute to record, I can, like, let's say maybe I can get like 500 views. If I post a reel, which I put every day, like I put the entire day's worth of effort into, I thought of it, everything, I took out shots, all of that stuff, it might get 1500 views. It got 3 times the amount of views, surely, right? So that's great. But I posted 2 reels in like the past 9 days. And when I was filming those types of reels like this, just me speaking to a camera, I could post every single day. So 2 times versus 9 times. 9 times into 500 is like 4500 views. Yeah. So I got total of 4500 views if I got like 500 views on each reel. But the 2 reels which I posted, which I put my like entire day's worth of effort into, sure, they got like 3 times the views as normal. But the total views were 33,000, sorry. So in a weird way, even though I was getting like 3 times less views on those type of reels, my overall views were 150% more mathematically if you look at it. What I'm trying to say, sure, if you try to be perfect in everything, you will get better results. I'm not gonna lie about it. I know if, like, I can go viral. I know this for a certainty. If I autistically sat down, studied, and made it my entire life's goal to go viral in like the next 6 months, I can do it. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. I'll study the fuck out of these algorithms. I'll stop everything and I'll just obsess over it. I know I can do it. And the people who are viral right now, they are the ones who are doing this. I'm not saying that you can just do nothing and expect like A grade results. But you know, I have this saying always, खुद की औकात पता होनी चाहिए. It's a Hindi saying which basically means you should know where you stand. For example, when I was in 12th grade, I knew for a certainty I was not that guy who could get into the best colleges. Like, I was smart. Academically, I was good. I always had been blessed with the brain. Maybe I read books as a kid. My mom gave me books. She did not give me shitty food like soft drinks and all. So I had a good quality brain, but I was good at academics, but not like those kids who are, at the top. And I always took my academic abilities for granted. So I was like, bro, I'll get good marks, so why study in the first place? So I knew I could not get into the top colleges where I'll get the jobs which people are advertising, like, yeah, bro, the college gave this much package to that person, whatever. So I always knew I will not get a very high paying job from college. So I was aware of it. That's why I dropped out. I did not even go in the first place. But the issue arises when people study for these extremely competitive exams, when they know they cannot crack it, just because they're deluding themselves. So similarly, someone might be like, Somil, yeah, but we should try whatever. Sure. I know for a certainty, if someone wants to argue with me, he can be like, Somil, bro, why not like level up and be the man who actually puts in a lot of effort into his content every single day? He creates the type of reels which actually go viral. You put in the time, effort, dedication, and attention into ensuring your content pops off. Sure, it sounds good on paper, but मुझे अपनी औकात पता है. Like, I know my standing, I know where I stand, and I know I'm not that guy who can create that content over a long enough period of time. I'll quit, because humans choose the path of least resistance. So be aware of yourself, man. In whatever you're doing, if you're slacking off in any place of life, it's just because there's a lot of friction associated with it. That simple concept we learned in like 7th grade in science, right? Friction, which basically is resistance. Like, if I'm rubbing my hand over here, this is friction. If there was zero friction over here, it would just smoothly glide. Again, like, don't ask me why I have fucking Vaseline over here. This is something which reduces friction. So if I just put on some Vaseline on my finger, now it smooths, like it glides smoothly, because I reduce friction. Friction is not bad, it's not good. If, like, let's say I was hypothetically a smoker and I was addicted to smoking, I probably would add friction to the habit of smoking. I probably won't buy cigarettes. And similarly, if I wanted to eat healthy, I'll probably not buy chocolates. Similarly, if I wanted to work on my business, I'll not shut down my laptop. My mom always, like, she's mad at me. She's like, bro, why do you never shut off your laptop? Like, what do you call it? Shut down your laptop. And I'm like, I don't want to. I close the laptop when I'm done with the work and I open it back up. That's me reducing friction so that getting to work is easy. I, like, a lot of the times I'm like, bro, I don't want to work if the Wi-Fi has been switched off. So I just use my phone's mobile hotspot. I give the personal hotspot and I use the phone's internet on my laptop to just do the work. As I need to remove friction because it's a good thing. Similarly, I can't give a good example on smoking and drinking because I've not done it. But if I was struggling from it, I'll just not have fucking alcohol in my house. It's not rocket science or something, right? And that's the thing. Whatever, like, the thing which you have in your mind, which you know you need to do, is extremely good and valuable and useful for you, but you're just not doing it. You need to remove stuff which is forcing you to not do it. Like, there is a lot of shit which you need to do, like a lot of steps which you need to undertake in order to complete the mission, the challenge, whatever it is. And that's the reason you're not, like, consistent with it over a long enough period of time. For a short time, you can have these bursts of motivation. I had that when I was thinking, like, I started posting day in the life type of reels. I was like, yeah, bro, I am so motivated today. I'll film out the content. Sure, it went well for one day. The next day in the morning, I filmed a couple of shots of my life. In the afternoon, I forgot. I'm like, bro, like, there's this person in front of me. He's an interesting person. I want to speak to him. Instead of taking my fucking phone out and being like, hey, see, I'm having fun with this guy. I'm not that guy. I know where I stand. I know I cannot do it. There are so many steps. Like, I have to put the phone in fucking different angles. Then I have to trim out the clip so that the part where I'm not, the part where basically I'm setting up the camera, that recording part, it's trimmed out. Then I have to send it to my computer. Then I have to add voiceovers. Then I have to add text. Everything is so much of hassle, man. I don't want to do all of that shit. I know where I stand. I know I'm not the person who can do it. I just cannot do it. So, yeah. I'm not the person who can wake up at 2:30 a.m. and speak, like, listen to a random fucking fat obese guy from the US speak about the problems his business is going through. I'm not that guy. I understand that. That's why I hired sales reps. I'll be hiring them because I don't want to sacrifice my sleep for the sake of signing clients. I don't want to do that. Like, man, my health comes over that shit. So self-awareness is important, man. I know I'm not that person, but there are people who can do it. Sahil Kasana, the guy I was giving the example of, he's the guy who can, like, sit on sales calls, who can work as per the time zones of different people, US people. I'm not that person. And yeah, sure, he deserves more prosperity maybe compared to me because he's willing to sacrifice more. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna die, and I'm not out here to sacrifice my most precious resource, which is my health, over fucking money. Because I plan on dying with zero anyways. Or like spending all my money and the remaining I have left, I give it to charity. So why ruin my health? That's something which I can never get back. And this was causing me, like, when I did not even create the job post for like setters and closers and everything, sales reps. I was not even booking calls. I stopped booking calls. I was like, bro, like, I don't want to take those calls. But today I was like, bro, I know where I stand. I understand myself. I don't want to do this. So I'll hire some setters and closers who can do this shit on my behalf. Because there are way too many steps in order for me to close this deal, close this client. Waking up at 2:30 a.m. in the night, I don't want to do that. And there's no way I can do it because I'm aware about myself. So then I hired the sales reps. That's basically the lesson. Whatever work you're not doing, it's just because there are way too many steps and the process is just not efficient enough. Have awareness about yourself, figure out what type of a person you are and if you can actually do it. There's no shame in not being able to do it. You can just outsource it. I found those reps on a commission basis. So yeah, it does not cost me anything. There's zero risk on my end. Yeah, take care, man. Have a beautiful, lovely, fantastic day ahead. Bye.